Hello guys. It's a Saturday night, I'm getting ready to go out with my friends, I have my wine, and for some reason I feel like getting ready and oversharing about my sex life. I've been wanting to do a video about this for such a long time because this past year has been so life-changing for me in so many ways, specifically my sex life. So this is gonna be a chatty video, so just in case you guys want to skip around, I am gonna have time codes so you guys can see any topic that interests you and skip to that, or you can just sit through the whole thing. But the topics that I'm going to be talking about is my breakup, my first time having sex with a girl, comparing hetero versus queer sex, vagina confidence, phone sex, and kink in the bedroom. Also, by the way, I love setting my face before doing my makeup with the Caudalie Vino Perfect serum. I've been using this literally for years. And I also use the e.l.f. Holy Hydration. This stuff is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the breakup and how that changed my sex life. You can be in a relationship and like unintentionally bring each other down if you're both not healthy, if you're both not growing, if you're both not bettering each other. I'm not gonna go spilling our sex life because that is very personal, but what I will talk about is how my sex life changed after the breakup. I would look back at my old vlogs and I would look back at my old photos and look at my friends in long-term relationships and almost be like envious that they always had somebody in bed next to them at all times. I used to look back at my old self and be like, damn, she was like spoiled and didn't even know it. Like that was a luxury. I also didn't realize how much my #1 love language was physical touch. I always thought I was like a words of affirmation person, but after going through the breakup and being alone as much as I am and sleeping alone, I'm realizing like, God, like to feel loved, I need to be touched. But what I learned through that process is how to show myself love. I don't think it's awkward, but I'm very aware it's like an uncomfortable topic, masturbation and self-pleasure. I really feel like that has taught me a form of self-love. I don't wanna just like go get touched by a stranger. I don't wanna just go get touched by anyone just because I'm lonely and I want someone in bed next to me. Doing that as much as I have has made me get really confident. I heard on a podcast this phrase that how you build confidence is by building trust with yourself. That like hit hard. Once you build that relationship with yourself, you really will feel so powerful and like you don't need anyone because you can create that yourself. You also can't get too addicted to that because I do think that, you know, there have been times where I went a little crazy. If it becomes like a habit of just like always like getting yourself off, that's when it becomes a problem, and you just gotta be in tune with yourself. You know, self-pleasure comes in many forms. Like you can touch yourself, you can watch something, or you can like use a toy or do both. My favorite is definitely toys. I've definitely entered Toyland this year and I got into that world and I was like, wow. That's something I wished I would have explored sooner. I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. I wanna show you guys my favorite. Okay, I promise I didn't make the aesthetic of this video match my vibrator, but it matches my robe. So this is the 𝕬𝕤 Dot. This allows for multiple endless orgasms. Unlike traditional vibrators that may numb that area, this is soft with a bendable tip, so it almost feels like a massage and it feels so good, like not abrasive at all. And because it doesn't irritate down there, it allows for multiple orgasms. Usually by the time you get to that point with a normal vibrator, it's kind of done down there, you're kind of sore, but this is so soothing. It's so tiny that it's so precise. You can change the speed of the vibration and you can also change the motion settings. This video is sponsored by my friends over at 𝕬𝕤, and obviously I couldn't gatekeep. I'm gonna have all the links down below. So the next topic I'm gonna talk about is my first time with a girl. So growing up, I always knew I was attracted to all genders. Before having those intimate experiences, I always felt like a little bit of a fraud, like saying I was a part of the community, even though I knew I was a part of the community. You don't have to have slept with anyone to know you're a part of the community. It's something I knew I had to explore. There was just this intuition inside of me. I had sex with a girl for the first time. And we're gonna talk about it. It's like, women are just emotional people. We are suckers for that romantic shit. I actually remember thinking like, Nikki, you weren't crazy. I always wondered what it would be like. It confirmed so much. I honestly think having sex with a woman was very like healing of my inner child, because I knew that that was something I definitely wanted to do growing up, but I was raised Catholic and I went to Catholic school, and then I got YouTube famous, and I always thought it was something I actually could never explore, and it was something I should never explore. Even though I was scared, I was just like ready to go all in. And I just remember like while doing it, it was better than I imagined it would. It honestly was better than I could have imagined. I also want to talk about the fact that like we are women, so we see our vagina during its best days and during its worst days. We see her at every time of the day. We also see the stuff that comes out of it. And I think like that used to be like something that I was kind of scared of. Like, what if the person I'm having sex with like doesn't have good hygiene? I just remember being kind of like nervous about that. I don't know if I should say this. Like I honestly already overshare on the internet, but fuck it. I need to sip before I talk about this. It tastes like nothing. Nothing. It's like just a very enjoyable process. There's no gagging, there's no eye watering, there's no holding your breath, there's no feeling like you're gonna throw up. It is just fun. Which leads me to the next topic, which is hetero sex versus queer sex. I kind of just wanna like talk about the two, since I do have like that experience. Everyone has their own personality. Like, I'm not just gonna like judge everyone based off their gender. My two exes that were both males are very fucking different versus like female sex that I've had. Something I've seen just with the men that I have slept with is that men love to get in there. They aren't foreplay people. But with women, it's an experience. Like, it's literally like you're kind of like the main character in a movie. Like, women make you feel like the main character. They don't just make out with you to just get in your pants. They'll like touch your face, kiss your neck, touch your thighs, look you in the eyes. This rhymes. I promise I'm not spitting lyrics right now. Touch your face, kiss your neck, touch your thighs, look you in the eyes. I don't know how else to explain it. Also, I feel like before having sex with women, sometimes there's like a lot of like, not just physical foreplay, but like speaking, communicating foreplay, where you have like a deep talk and you really connect. Also, something else I've noticed, men act like they're not shy, but I do think they're kind of shy. Not all of them, but I think a lot are more intimidated than they'd like to admit. And when a woman and a woman are having sex or being intimate, there's nothing to hide. Like, what you have down there is what I have down there. So I feel like I've gotten really confident down there, which leads me to my next topic, which is vagina confidence. No more shame. What that basically means is I feel no more shame regarding my women parts. I feel like society just naturally has us feel that way. I don't try to hide myself anymore. Like, when I'm in the bedroom, I kind of feel like sky's the limit. Do what you want. No one's gonna judge you. You can be attracted to someone and have good sex because you're attracted to them. But if you don't feel comfortable, it can only stay at that level. And I feel like when comfortability enters the chat, there is so much room for growth. When I'm comfortable with a partner, I have vagina confidence, and that means I will try every position. That makes sex so much better and so much more fun. It really is all about comfortability, honestly. Which leads me to my next topic, which is phone sex. Putting your phone in places and showing things, it can get freaky and it can get fun, but it also can build your confidence. It also builds connection because you're like showing a really vulnerable part of yourself. Also, I just want to put a little PSA disclaimer, like, don't just have phone sex with a random person. I don't know how old you are watching this. I don't know if you're in high school, middle school, college. I only advise phone sex for people that are very comfortable with each other and they trust each other. If you're doing it with the wrong person, there can be screenshots. Like, really protect yourself. Only have like phone sex with people that you're like in a relationship with or that you really trust. I remember at first, I feel like when I had someone initiate it, I was like, what? I got really nervous. Like, I was like, oh my God, you really? Like, I was smiling. I was like, really? Like, I put my phone down? Like, I didn't understand. I don't know. I feel like it's different when like you're doing something to someone else versus like putting yourself on a camera and like you see the angle too. That was definitely something I had to work through, like seeing myself like that. I also think phone sex taught me how to like look at myself and not be grossed out. Again, I think that also helps with vagina confidence. You don't have to have phone sex to look at yourself, but that's just definitely something that helped me get really confident with myself down there. The last topic I want to talk about while I do my mascara is kink in the bedroom. Have you guys ever just like seen a movie scene where you're like, oh my God, I want that to be my reality? I think like kink can mean a lot of things. Like, yeah, there's like different kinds of kink. I do think like outside of sex, there is something called fantasies, secret little things you do want to experience. That's where kink comes in. If you have a kink for something, voice it. If you see something you want to recreate, if you see something that's hot, like Tell your person, like, I wanna try this. I used to hear the word kink and be like, oh, that's for a specific person and that type of person isn't me. I just shut it down so quickly. I hate that, like, even talking about this, I'm like, great, everybody's gonna think I'm freaky. Just cause you're into some unique thing in the bedroom does not make you a freak. Like, kink exists for a reason. Again, all of this is like step by step though. I wouldn't be exploring that world if I didn't do the steps before, which was like getting comfortable, exploring my sexuality, getting vagina confidence, getting used to looking at myself down there. It all ties hand in hand. We are almost done with our makeup. Guys, this was a good talk. I used to make videos back like 2 years ago called Girl Talk, where I'm just like trying on lingerie, opening up about sex, talking about my sexuality, cleaning my house, talking about that. And like, those are some of my favorite videos to this day. I was looking at my channel and I was like, I love talking about shit like that. I ran out of setting spray, so we're just gonna have to do, wow, we're done-ish. All right, guys, so that was the video. This is my final look. I do have to pick out my outfit to go out, and my friends are here. They're sitting out there. I definitely gotta hurry up, but bye, guys. All right, we love you guys. We gotta go. Wait. No. Aaron's unhinged. Okay, I definitely gotta get ready. Thanks for being patient, guys. I love you guys. Subscribe, press the bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Let me know if you wanna see more of this. Bye.
Fuck that, I want amnesia.